New York Life offers long-term disability coverage through policies and plans. If you're watching this video because you have a long-term disability benefits policy or plan with New York Life, you are in the right space. Now, just because you're insured with benefits doesn't mean that you're going to get them from New York Life if you do have to put in a claim. We know that you never expected to be disabled. Nobody starts work with the expectation that they're not going to be able to work. But you do expect to have the coverage. If you're insured by New York Life and you can't work, then you expect that you're going to have that financial safety net, that you're going to have a monthly check for all the months that you can't work. It's what we expect. But as a long-term disability lawyer, I know that the reality is something different. And so many legitimately entitled disabled workers expect a financial safety net to be there for them for all the months that they can't work, but it doesn't come. And that's where I come in. My name is Jeff Mitchell. I'm a long-term disability lawyer, and at Freedom Disability Lawyers, we help disabled workers secure long-term disability benefits from New York Life and other insurance companies. My name is Jeff Mitchell. I'm a long-term disability lawyer, and at Freedom Disability Lawyers, we help disabled workers get benefits from New York Life and other insurance companies because we know that if you can't work and you have the coverage, you need the help. My job is to get those benefits back as soon as I can because I know how important the financial security is for you as the disabled person and for your family. In this video, I'm going to cover 3 important questions. Each of these questions may help your claim get approved faster. It will improve the likelihood that your claim is approved at all. By following these important tips, the likelihood that you have that financial security increases. So let's get into it. First, every single claim has a test for disability. So you need to know what that means. What does disabled mean in your policy or plan? New York Life has different definitions depending on your insurance contract. So it's critical that you know what that means in your case. So read it, take the time and understand. What does disability mean? What does disabled mean? And then once you have that definition, consider it against what you actually do. A doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, a hairdresser, a shop worker, a garbage person, a unionized teacher, doesn't matter. All of these jobs are different. They have different skills, duties, core tasks, educational requirements, etc. Disabled means a different thing for each of these jobs. So consider in your work, what are the key jobs? What are the key responsibilities? What are the key tasks? What is it for you to be unable to show up and do your job every day? Not just at that work, but in that occupation, across the board, no matter who your employer is. Consider the education requirements, the cognitive demands, the training experiences you have, the physical requirements of the job, and the mental health requirements. If you have poor mental health, it's possible that you can't do your work. If you struggle with your health, if getting out of bed is hard, it's a challenge to do the roles and the tasks efficiently as required every day, you may not be able to work anymore. And if the cognitive demands are such that it's challenging to do the work, perhaps because of an injury, perhaps because of depression, other mental health issues, if you can't focus and do the job, are you reliable? Can you really do the work? These are the questions that my clients have all the time if they're at work and contemplating leaving work because they know that they can't do the job anymore and they know that they need long-term disability benefits. And some of my other clients have applied for benefits and they've been denied by New York Life and they're looking for help. And I ask them these questions. What duties of the job can't you do? Let's talk about the cognitive demands, the physical demands, and your mental health. By understanding the clear connection between what the job needs and what the test is for disability, you're on the path to having your claim with New York Life approved. What's the second question? And it's all about your employee statement. There's paperwork that's required for every single claim. You will have to fill out an application form or an employee statement, and I encourage you to look at this document and take the time, invest the effort to doing a great job at this document. It is needed before New York Life will process your disability claim. So take the time. They don't know what your job is. They're an insurance company, but they don't live in your workplace. Frankly, they haven't taken the time to really appreciate what you do. They're just collecting premiums and providing coverage and hoping you don't make a claim. So take the time to explain what your job duties actually are. And I'll tell you, so many of my clients are shocked because their employer thinks they do a job that's very different from what they do every day. As a long-term disability lawyer, I'm interested in what you actually do before you leave work. What are those core job duties? What are those core requirements? What demands do those tasks carry with them? Those need to be apparent on your paperwork. When you're going through this exercise, it's important that you relay this information to the insurance company in a persuasive way. The stronger you can make the connection between your disabling medical condition and the job duties and why you can't work, the more likely it is that your claim is approved. And this brings me to my third point, and it's so critical that you know this when going about your disability claim with New York Life. It's that you have to see your doctor, and you have to turn your doctor into a physician, to an advocate, to somebody who will be persuasive for you. Your doctor is key to this scenario, so invest the time in this relationship. Your doctor will have to submit a form as part of your application. Your doctor will have to attest to your disability. They'll have to agree that you're disabled and that you need help, that you're not going back to work anytime soon, and that the job duties are too much. They'll need to have a diagnosis and a prognosis. They'll be asked about your return to work time. So when you're thinking about this, you really need to educate your doctor. Your doctor's smart, I'm sure. They went to medical school, but they didn't work where you work. They haven't done your job. So don't assume your doctor knows what you can't do, or even what the job duties are. So if you do something from this video today, make an appointment with your doctor. Do what you need to do to get a good appointment where you have enough time to sit down with your physician and explain to that person what your job is and why it's hard now, why you could do it before, but it's too hard now for you to do. It's too hard for you to go to work day after day and do the job tasks, deal with the stress, deal with the strain, deal with the demands, and that you won't be able to do that work anytime soon, and that you need support. You need to make your doctor into an advocate, and they'll get there in their understanding by you taking the time to make the details clear, to describe it clearly. So invest the time in that relationship. And I tell you, it's not just for the medical report that you'll need them, but the insurance company will come back to them time and time again to seek updates. Your doctor will again need to confirm your level of disability and say, yes, this person's still disabled. Yes, my client needs help. And in their case, the patient needs help. So invest the time, make that appointment now, and work through the form with them. If they have questions about your job duties, answer them. Once you have this paperwork together, you'll submit your document, the doctor will submit their form, and the employer will submit another form. Once these three pieces come together, New York Life will assess the documents. They'll go through them and say, is this person disabled? Should we pay them benefits? And you'd think that with all this persuasive information, most people get approved. And I'm here to tell you that's not so. Legitimately disabled workers are disabled and unpaid. New York Life is great at collecting premiums, but they're not so good at paying out deserving, truly entitled disabled workers. It's business to them, but it's personal for you, so it has to be. My clients come and see me when they're disabled from long-term disability, and they say, I don't understand, Jeff. My application was clear, and they denied me. They said, I need more objective evidence, or it wasn't strong enough. Or maybe there's some parts of the job I can't do, but I should be able to work. Those clients need help. Some other of my clients are approved for long-term disability benefits, but then their claim is cut off, or terminated, or further declined because of a change of definition. And I can work with my client through that to help them understand the pros and cons of their case, and we can craft a plan together to overcome this. Here's my point. The insurance company is always finding great new ways to deny legitimately disabled people their benefit. So you can't give them any wiggle room, any slight opportunity to deny your claim, or else they will. You need to build a strong, persuasive claim, a claim that connects the disabling conditions and the medical evidence together and your job details. Package this all together and make it undeniable. If you do that, you can put your claim with New York Life at the top of their pile, and hopefully they'll approve it. And if you don't, you'll probably need help. And if you're somebody that does need help, I'm a long-term disability lawyer here to help you. My job is to get benefits restored for you and your family. And I can tell you from experience, waiting doesn't help. Waiting means more financial stress and strain, more challenges with evidence. So contemplate this. Have you done everything to support your claim? Have you done everything to get the best opportunity for claim approval? And if not, then you probably have questions that you need to work through. Ask me those questions. At Freedom Disability Lawyers, we are here to provide education and information to the public. We are here to help disabled workers and their loved ones. And if we can answer any question that you're sitting there with right now, just ask. I'm sure we've been asked the question before, and it's so easy for me to get an answer to you. But I need to know what your questions are. So contact us. You can reach out by phone, by email, text, whatever. I just want your questions so I know how to help you. My team will get back to you with answers today. They'll be helpful, informative. They'll answer those questions that have been lingering with you, maybe for some time. And with those answers, you can make an informed decision. How to go about my claim, how to build a strong claim, what's the right strategy that I should use. Those are all great questions and answers I can easily give you, but you need to ask. Do you have questions about evidence and how to build a strong claim and link evidence together? Should I see my doctor again? What should my doctor say? What experts might I need to support my case? These are all great questions and ones that I can help with. At Freedom Disability Lawyers, we craft a unique strategy for every single claim. But we only do that once we know we can help. And so that's why it always starts off with a free case review, where we'll talk about your medical conditions, review your evidence, tell you what strategy we would use for your specific claim, and how we should go forward next. So if you're sitting there with any questions today, I encourage you to reach out. You'll feel better after doing it and more informed about your rights. My name's Jeff Mitchell. All we practice at Freedom Disability Lawyers is disability claims. We're here to help you and your family. If you have any questions, just reach out. We'll get you answers the same day. And there's no obligation, there's no requirement to hire us. And if you can solve your claim on your own, that's fabulous. And if you need help, and we're a good fit for you, and we can add value to your claim and get you back on track, we are more than happy to help. I wish you the very best with your claim process. Take care.